please give a big round of applause for our friends, our hosts of CRiiiME, John Shefsky and Slaton, everybody!
Don't encourage him, Barry.
Are you gonna do your?
Can we do a mic check?
He wants to do a mic. You guys want to do a mic check?
Yeah.
Oh, he wants to do.
This is the first time I've ever done it like this.
Yeah, it's terrible. It's
Shut up,
every
Slaton.
time. Fuck off. We've been friends for a long time, and doing a thing together was a bad idea, but we love it. All right, what do you got?
Entertainment industry, am I right?
Okay.
It only makes our bond stronger.
Yeah. This okay. Is it mic check?
You start.
Mic check. That's all you're getting from me. That's really all you're getting. Is this the energy you guys were hoping for, by the way? Those of you who think that we are as good of friends, for those of you, who here listens to the show, by the way? Who here just showed up because you didn't know what else to do on a Saturday night? All right, good. Yeah, so we do a show where I read the story of a criminal's life, and then he makes cum jokes about it. And I have a friend who will join us. But this is the general energy of two people who've known. Are you still doing that?
Okay.
Okay, great.
Mic check!
Why don't you make them say mic check instead of me do something? You already made them do emails.
I'm about to do that.
Of course.
All right, guys, I'll hold up the camera, and then I'll go like this, and then you guys say mic check. In unison. Off to a hot start. Awesome. Yeah, fine. Hi. Mic check!
Yeah. All right. Let's. Why don't we do the show that we're here for, huh?
All right, Grandpa, let's fucking do it. Grumpy asshole on a Saturday night.
That's what I am. All right, you ready for this thing? CRiiiME is a show where I, Rich Slaton, read a true story about lawbreakers.
With John Shefsky, the guy that makes the show good.
The guy who does nothing but shows up and does that. That's what you do.
That's right. You don't eat a sandwich out without bacon, you piece of shit.
There's a lot of non-bacon sandwiches. That's it. First of all, it's a very Jewish show for you to be mentioning bacon. And there's peanut butter and jelly.
This is a Jew show?
Often.
How about clap your hands if you're Jewish?
Woo! Don't let them know. All right.
We're not Mexican. They can say it right now.
You know what? Fuck it. I think it's time to play the music.
Is it time to play the music?
Let's play that.
Play the
music.
goddamn music, please.
There you go.
CRiiiME is the show that starts now. Like right now? Oh yeah. Do your line. Okay.
I'm trying to rap.
Each week, Rich reads a real crime story.
We're worse than
I don't
this
know
now.
a word that rhymes with story. And my homie John always has the hot riff. He really loves it when you send. Don't send anything to me. Don't you do it. Podcast@gmail.com. Don't you send it. Label it John Shefsky. He loves them. Make sure the lighting's really good.
By the way, shout out to everyone who has sent dick pics to the show so far. So thank you.
It's been real.
A lot of you don't, or a lot of you send like Dick Van Dyke or something cheeky like that. For those of you who sent real dick pics, I salute you. So thank you.
He does more than salute you.
Guys.
He's closeted.
Yeah. Guys, sometimes you ask for dick pics on every single show, and no one sends one for a year and a half. And for that, you might need, you don't get dick pic enough insurance from our good friend Joe Erle at C3 Risk and Insurance Services. Guys, Joe Earle's an insurance broker. What does that mean? Is that he'll find you insurance for whatever you need. Car, home, auto, dick accident, dick pic, no dick pic insurance.
No dick pic insurance.
Now, often we give out the website, c3insurance.com/Joe, or his phone number, 619-233-8000. Or tonight, even better, we point you at our good buddy Joe Erle from C3 Insurance Services. He's the one who pays so that we can produce this podcast.
That guy.
The hosting fees.
He's our sugardaddy.com right there.
He's
Thank
all
you.
about it. And another very special person who's to this show is our friend D. Ketelson from A Piece That Remains. Guys, sometimes someone you know dies, be they a pet or a loved one or just someone that you met randomly. And you're like, hey, what do I do with the body? You could bury it like a savage, or you could come into the 21st or 22nd century, whatever century it is, and cremate your body. And our good friend D, at A Piece That Remains, she will take those ashes, mix them with paint or other things, and make art out of that, your pet or your loved one, so you can keep them in your house and remember them. It's the best way to hide a human body in plain sight. So hit PEACE thatremains.com, and she'll give you guys a little discount. So will Joe, by the way. He'll give you a discount. Also,
$25, right?
Also, to bring up those email lists that you all hated that he made up. Whoever
You guys
wins the
fill them
raffle,
out, right?
Whoever wins the raffle will get a $25 Amazon gift card from our good buddy Joe Erle, courtesy of CRiiiiiiiick.
Yeah, tell him Shefsky sent you. He loves me, right, Joe?
All right, enough housekeeping. That's all great and wonderful, but today we have a very special guest, one of our favorites, from pretty much one of my favorite episodes of all time, episode 49. This guy is fantastic. He has a great show, great podcast called This Is Rad. Please put your real life hands together, criminals, for our good buddy, Mr. Kyle Clark!
Hey everybody. Oh man, this is exciting. I'm a guest on this show that has the energy of a wedding speech that's going badly. Jesus Christ. And your sponsors are your dead pets and a guy.
Yeah!
Sometimes like, ooh, the Comedy Store. This'll be exciting.
Is this the roast battle on Tuesday nights?
Man. Yeah. I'm sure the man from Comedy Central is standing in the corner with a box of money ready to go. It's like, good, they name check the guy, they hit on the dead pets before they bring the guest in. Everybody on the show who isn't the two hosts is wearing plaid.
That's fair.
Nothing wrong with that.
That's accurate. Owen Michael Hanson.
Oh, we're just getting right into this.
Yeah,
no
not fucking
There's
around.
nothing?
Let's do this. Was born on February 18th, 1982.
Oh, it's a recent thing.
And raised in the Southern California suburb of Redondo Beach.
I've been there.
A bro criminal.
You have no fucking
A
idea.
briminal? Wait, are we doing a briminal show here?
It's a briminal.
Is this Prime Live?
Oh, yeah. He spent all his money on a lifted truck.
There's a Volcom hat in the middle eye
right.
with the three eyes.
That's right. I lit day rape with Monster Energy.
The lifted trucks are rocking. I'm a committing a crime.
I wish you guys
It's a
knew.
horrible bumper sticker, dude.
I wish you
This is
understood.
what you wanted, Rich.
Yeah. Go on with your story, Slaton.
Shit, this is gonna be a lot. All right. His parents filed for divorce when he was just 8 years old.
2 Christmases! With a potential remarried Hanukkah thrown in. Where my shoes at?
Here.
Who wants to remarry a mom with a kid?
From shit.
Wait, am I just covering the story?
That would be a great matchmaker right there.
From then on, Owen lived with his dad, Jim.
Ooh.
Jim Hanson.
What?
Yeah, Jim Hanson.
The puppet guy?
Yeah, that's how you pronounce that guy's last name, who gave us all so much joy.
It is if it's my confused aunt.
Yeah. Jim Hanson worked as a contractor for one of the biggest real estate developers in Los Angeles.
You're goddamn right he did.
He made enough money to invest in some property of his own, starting with a small house on Redondo Beach's Avenue C, less than a mile from the ocean.
Oh.
Nice.
Jim and his brother were fixtures of the local beach volleyball scene. Owen practically grew up by the water, skating, surfing, and getting good enough at volleyball to win the Junior National Beach Volleyball Tournament.
You know what really turned things around? My divorced dad brought me into his hobby for divorced dads.
By the time he entered high school, Owen had developed into a great athlete. He ran track, played basketball, and was basketball is the sport he played, and was the star outside hitter on the volleyball team. The local paper, the Daily Breeze, named him their men's high school volleyball player of the year. He was a rising star at Redondo Union High School.
Thanks, everybody. Good night. And that's why he is our Student of the Week.
Which was already known for turning out celebrities like actress Demi Moore,
Ooh.
comedy duo the Smothers Brothers,
Hey.
and adult film star Tracy Lords.
Yeah!
Although, to be fair, she's neither an alumnus of the school nor an adult film star because she dropped out of
Why
high
did you say that
school.
after I said yeah?
She dropped out of high school at 15 to do porn. So,
Well, I mean, good for her, right? She's an anarchist.
yeah, there you go.
Trying to make me look bad.
Is that the way you justify sex with underage people? They're in a dead Kennedy shirt?
I didn't have sex with her. I just said she made some money. She's a capitalist. It's cool.
Is this what it takes you to like capitalism?
I'm just empowering a woman here, and I'm being criticized.
Redondo Union's most famous criminal graduate is Manson family member and failed presidential assassin Lynette Squeaky Fromm.
Yeah!
Owen was very competitive and a hard worker, possibly due to the dollar bill shaped chip on his shoulder.
Like a
What does that
real
mean?
one, or like is this you
What
like
does that
trying
Means
to be
that
like a
he
good
felt
writer?
bad that he didn't have as much money as other people did.
But his
No,
dad
yeah.
had like a beach house and they were on a volleyball.
Oh, no, I'm not saying he's a good person. He's the subject of our show.
But it seems like everything's working out for
Yeah,
him.
but
Right
he-
now, I want his life.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, they were pretty upper middle class. He never wanted for anything, but seeing the real wealth that lives up and down the California coast, he always wanted more. He took on a menial construction job to make spending money. Being a star at school certainly helped his ego. A prospect bolstered by a massive physical change over the summer.
Puberty?
Sort of. Yeah, I guess that would be what puberty would be accurate.
Massive physical change, hairy nuts. Right?
Dude,
First I was swole, but now I'm hairy and swole.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
the last time my mom ever came into the doctor's office with me, I was about 14 or 15. And we finished the exam, and she comes in after it's over.
Yeah.
And the doctor tells my mom that I have pubes now. And then she says nothing until we're on the ride home. She goes,
Did he wink when he said that?
no, he just straight face.
Can I ask you a question? Is your
told
doctor...
my mother.
Yeah.
Is your doctor Wayne Campbell from Wayne's World 2, where he tells the audience Garth has pubes now?
I forgot that. Great reference for those who are 35 and
Deep
older.
cut reference. I like
Yeah.
that. No, but then on the way home, on the drive home, it's silent until she looks at me and she goes, "Well, congratulations."
That's weird, because I told my parents I had pubes.
Of course you did. You're you.
Yeah, I was like, guys, I'm a man now.
Rich's mom was trying to passive-aggressively tell him he's got to start shaving that
Yeah.
down.
Don't you?
Sorry, Mom.
Oh, yeah,
Like, look, if you want to
Sorry,
catch a
Mom.
catch, you got to go hardwood floor, Mr. Basketball Team.
Sorry. Oh, whoa.
Somebody brought a foam finger!
Sorry, Mom.
That was like the pubes moment. That's where I unleash it.
On game days, he would strut around campus with a shit-eating grin and no shirt.
Oh, did he give finger guns as well? Because that would complete this package.
100, dude, he definitely did.
100%.
This is like 2000.
Oh,
so
yeah.
definitely did finger
Just
guns.
whistling the OC theme.
Pre-September 11th.
In the fall of 2000, Owen matriculated at the University of Southern California, where he was a reserve player for the volleyball team. He joined the USC chapter of the Beta Theta Pi fraternity, where he began to go by the very clever nickname O-Dog.
Hell yeah. I love the early 2000s.
Yeah.
You can still use that nickname now.
No, you can't.
O-Dog.
There's a law against it, I think.
Are you sure?
Emotionally, there should be.
I call you Baby Slay. That's pretty much the
That's
same.
fine. With a reputation for
Bass
mayhem.
Huh?
So we should shorten that to
Baby
baseline.
Slay?
Baseline.
That's how we make it new and hip for now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that works.
Let these three bearded, sad, middle-aged men talk about what's hip for now.
With a reputation for mayhem, Beta was made up of bros from the OC and Newport Beach, many of whom were already friends.
Are you saying that a fraternity full of OC guys was broing?
I know, it's
At
shocker, right?
USC.
Very surprising.
You know what was cool? You could hear them coming on concrete floors because the bottle opener on the bottom of their Corona sandals would clink on the ground. It was a telltale sign that a herd of bros was coming across campus.
Oh, shit.
You can still get those, right?
Hell yeah, you can. Target's still open.
Yeah.
They're not a sponsor now. All right, cool.
No,
get
they're
them.
not.
Joe,
they're
your
not
sponsorship
some
is
guy.
safe.
Hey, those with crime across
I love
a
you,
little
dude.
band. Oh, that'd be so cool.
Beta was known for having the best parties full of, quote, coked up model bitches. The most slutty kind.
I'm listening.
Oh, it sounds like an awful time to hang out with these
Ugh.
people.
When O-Dog pledged, Beta was already on thin ice, having just finished a...
Betas! Your cokey slut party shall not stand on this USC campus.
I thought that was a rule at USC. You have to have coke
God, the
slut
dean's
parties.
just gotta learn how to chill. We gotta get the dean laid. This Friday, come out to see Sex Dean,
Six.
directed by Mick G.
Starring Jeremy Piven and David Spade.
That movie's fucking awesome.
It's one of the greats. It has ultimate frisbee in it. I love it. All right, fine.
The only DVD I got stolen in college was my copy of PCU, which I did buy for $1.
Favorite scene?
Probably Gutter is the Tool, like them chanting.
Okay.
Oh, there's a wrong answer here? I didn't realize that. I didn't realize the audience...
It's a very
you set
judgmental
me up for a
question.
bad riff, friend, because we're taking on the audience A has seen PCU and B is still listening.
Beta was already on thin ice, having just finished a 3-year suspension following an incident where a member was hit in the head with a keg.
That's okay.
Now, do we mean like he fell into the keg or like he no longer has a keg because it caved in his head?
I think the keg fell into him.
Oh,
That's
man.
the description I got.
Bummer.
Yeah. But the bad behavior did not stop. It got worse. In 2003, during one of their typical cocaine-fueled parties, a drug task force led by investigator John Stumpos. Yeah, I know.
Guys, let's stop real quick. As long as we're painting pictures with our words for everybody's minds, let's go ahead and cast the head of this drug task force.
John Stamos. I think it's pretty clear.
Ladies and gentlemen,
John
I'm going to need
Stamos,
you guys for the rest of the episode to imagine John Stamos anytime we talk about the drug task force.
Stumpos.
Put some salt and pepper in his beer just because it's hot.
John Stumpos knocked down the door, raided the house, and arrested John Stamos. Fine. No, it's John Stamos from now on.
Yeah.
And arrested a number of members on charges of distribution. O-Dog was not one of them, which is super lucky because he was definitely dealing/using cocaine and steroids.
To be fair, not getting arrested is super tight.
The chapter was kicked off campus and disavowed by the National Fraternity, which barely slowed them down. The boys regrouped, forming a secret society, which they cheekily named Stumpos Raiders.
Go Raiders!
They operated for a couple of years before being disbanded when the university threatened everyone with expulsion. But luckily,
and when they couldn't come to a conclusion about how they felt about the movie Alpha Dog.
but luckily for O-Dog,
But luckily!
as he lost one fraternity, he was replaced by another. Near the end of his sophomore year, O-Dog was lifting weights with the volleyball team when an assistant coach for USC football happened to enter the room. The assistant watched as O-Dog put up 25 reps of the bench press at 225 pounds.
What was he wearing? You said you did your research.
The same number as expected from tight ends showcasing for the NFL. When he was done, the coach asked him to come try out. He did, posting NFL-level numbers in the 40-yard dash and the vertical leap. Impressed, and completely unaware that he was juiced to the gills, then USC head coach Pete Carroll offered O-Dog a spot on the team as a walk-on.
Look, yes, he's full of rage. Yes, he's constantly blowing his nose, but I can't stress to you the sickness of those raps. 1 sick, 2 sick.
Oh,
Was sick a term at that time?
yeah,
Sure,
definitely.
yeah.
O-Dog joined the Trojans roster as the team was at its most glamorous.
He's just gone from one plot of a college movie to a different plot of a college movie. I assume 6 years of his college life were just different college movie schemes.
Yeah, he did 5. O-Dog joined the Trojans roster as they were at their most glamorous with no NFL team in Los Angeles. USC became the football focus of
Yeah,
Southern
fuck
California.
yourself, UCLA.
Led by pretty boys and future NFL players Matt Leinart and Reggie Bush, USC won a pair of debatable back-to-back national championships in 04 and 05.
Hey, that is
Oh,
my
you like
alma
that?
mater. We celebrate our cheating. My alma mater, I mean, I went there for a year.
Yeah, you think he graduated? All right. Tinseltown was enamored with the performances.
Are you guys from the fraternity?
We don't talk about those years
that the big
anymore.
surprise you
I'm
had
pretty
for me?
sure I had you guys sign paperwork about this before the show started.
These guys are very bro.
It was a
just so you
napkin
know.
that said, "Bro, please don't talk about the thing."
Tinseltown was surprisingly enamored with the performances coming from every film producer's alma mater. Snoop Dogg regularly attended practices. Will
Are you
Ferrell-
describing Snoop Dogg as a film producer? Let's
Well,
back
no,
up and
I'm going to
explore
the,
that
I'm
for a
now
minute.
saying the celebrities who were hanging out
Oh,
with a
okay,
bunch.
okay.
Yeah. Will Ferrell cut TV spots bragging about the squad. Matt Leinart, the QB, partied with Wilmer Valderrama and dated Paris Hilton.
Man, he just was made of the 2000s. Every part of my life will be relevant forever.
He went on tour with Papa Roach. All right.
He dressed like Richard Slaton.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Reggie Bush stepped out with the WWE diva Eve Torres, followed by a couple years dating Kim Kardashian.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, people forget that they were the kings of Los Angeles for a short time. Yeah, oh, that's a, yeah. A very sad yeah, like,
Somebody wistfully was like, those were good days, bruh.
The fame and the high life, of course, trickled down. Already popular due to his looks and ready supply of cocaine, O-Dog was now buddies with the big men on campus. He went full 2000s LA douche. I mean, shades inside, Ed Hardy shirts, D-bag LA. He got tattoos of the LA skyline, angels fighting devils, and right down the middle of his back, the words South Bay.
Fuck yes. Oh my God, I love this man.
I think I did that tattoo.
At the end of the story is that he just like grows angel wings and ascends to the sky.
The Brohammed story?
Yeah, he's the angel on top of the Mormon Tower in Westwood.
And then Brohammed went up.
He can't be depicted except in tribal tattoos.
Right?
Football did bring some positive changes. O-Dog stopped using steroids
Oh, the back knee went away.
during the school year when they were testing for the NCAA.
All right.
He graduated in 2005 with a degree, 2 championship rings despite never playing a single down,
God damn, I love this man.
and a photo with President George W. Bush from the team's visit to the White House.
Right? Nice.
What year?
2005.
Oh shit, okay, so it's a
Yeah.
post 9/11.
After
Oh yeah,
9/11,
no,
dude.
no, this is celebrity George Bush.
Hell
This is
yeah.
high level.
Like after his paintings
This is we all
came out.
support him, George
This
Bush,
is
right?
Suck It John Kerry Bush.
Yeah.
He's like, I don't give a fuck, I'm destroying everything. What are you gonna do, elect a black guy? I dare you.
After graduation, O-Dog
I didn't think they'd do it.
Yeah. You have been paying attention.
O-Dog followed in his father's footsteps. He moved back to the South Bay, got his real estate license, and began building his business, starting with the website. OwenSells.com led with the header image of O-Dog in a suit, tie, sunglasses, spiky hair on his phone.
Can we pause real quick and be real aware that, like, in another world, this is a guy sponsoring your podcast? Like, let's tread very lightly with where we're going here, because he might still have money and we need it.
OwenSells.com.
That's the most accurate joke.
Joe, do you mind if we bump you for a
shit.
sec?
He's
I
on
think there might see some steroids and blow in it for you. Plus maybe a cool new website.
Joe's getting a business partner boner over there. He's like,
Yeah.
yeah, maybe I'll call this guy up.
For everybody listening, we have all dyed our hair with bleach spikes if you're only listening to this.
A bunch of Guy Fieri's up here. No big deal.
that entire visage with beams of light radiating from his body superimposed over the skyline of New York City.
Oh, yeah, we got the city wrong.
Yeah. The site
Is
included
it because NY State of Mind came out and he's like, fuck LA, they got a Jay-Z song about that other city.
The site included photos of O-Dog with his USC teammates President Bush and Paris Hilton.
Oh my God.
But the best part was the music that automatically played once the page loaded.
Oh, yeah, MySpace style.
Yeah.
The 1983 hit Push It to the Limit,
What?
Oh,
written
yeah.
for the movie Scarface.
Hell yeah.
Oh my God. And then the chainsaw sound effect in the background.
And you know he like found out after the fact it was from Scarface. He heard it in Grand Theft Auto.
Hey, hold on, no.
Just
You think-
coked out driving around to that Grand Theft Auto 3 soundtrack of 3 songs.
How
2 of
dare
which
you
were
think-
from fucking Scarface.
How dare you think that this guy didn't have at least 2 Scarface posters in his room in
For
college?
sure. But I like the idea that he thought the movie was kinda old, so he skimmed it. He slowed down the pause on his PlayStation 2 when Michelle Pfeiffer was in a scene.
And push it he did, quickly amassing a small
Did he
fortune
push
of
it
wealth.
real good?
Yeah, oh yeah, real good.
Thank you, Shefsky.
That is how it goes. Push it real good.
Worth the pause.
He was a regular at the major.
Touche, motherfucker. All right. Rosemount, hashtag.
He was a regular at the nightclubs in LA, as well as the Mountain Gate Country Club, a paradise hidden not far from the Getty Center.
Have any of you guys done gigs there?
No, you have?
No, I was just
Oh, okay.
figuring.
Cool. Go. Good stuff. Good.
That was totally worth the pause. piece
It's
of shit.
fun watching you like.
Yeah, how do you like it? Where
I love it.
That's where members can relax and spin deals for only $8.65 a month, plus the $19,000 membership fee.
Hell yes.
Owen showed off how much he belonged by gambling on rounds of golf, sometimes as much as $5,000 a hole. But the more you push the limits, the bigger the risk. 2008 brought the real estate crash. Suddenly, people stopped buying homes and the cash well ran dry.
He looked at his picture of George Bush and was like, I trusted you, bro. You said good forever.
But luckily, when O-Dog stumbled, yeah, I know you missed that one, sorry, he fell right into a safety net of gambling.
Yeah.
The illegal gambling economy handles somewhere between $80 and $380 billion a year.
Did he play in Molly's game?
It's difficult to track because it's all unregulated. O-Dog began betting through a friend of his dad, an elementary school teacher who made a little extra money on the side as a betting agent for a gambling operation called Macho Sports.
And if you go to machosports.com and put in the code lawbreakers, we'll give you $40 in your kids' money to bet on football.
Before long, O-Dog moved from bettor to bookie, where he learned everything he could from two of the best in the business.
This sounds like a TLC show.
Jan and Eric Portocarrero, also from Southern California, started their illegal gambling business shortly after the 1995 Super Bowl. Within a few years, they'd grown large enough to attract attention from law enforcement, so they moved their headquarters to Panama and then Peru.
Oh, whoa.
Using a mixture of offshore internet sites and toll-free numbers, customers from SoCal were able to place bets amounting to tens of millions of dollars a year. They could also make their payments through a series of businesses, like a check cashing company, that were little more than fronts to launder their illegal gains.
Are you saying a check cashing company was not on the level? Next you're going to tell me the subway for sure next to it was also corrupt.
The Portocarreros had a reputation for reliable payouts, but aggressive tactics when it came to collection. Their enforcer, who had a habit of pistol whipping and kidnapping non-payers, went by the name Lurch. You doing okay over there?
Yeah, it's lurchy.
Shefsky's got the look of somebody who's like, oh, that's what's going to happen to me? I thought if I just don't pay, it'll be fine.
Don't worry, DWP will not kidnap you. You're fine.
There's so much debt, it's not even funny to joke about it. You're riffing about it, just
There's
reminding me of
real
my
pain in
problems.
your
Yeah,
eyes.
I'm like, oh, fuck, Visa! Ah!
As entrepreneurs, Jan and Eric made perfect role models for their new protege. As people, the fit with O-Dog was even better. Rather than lay low like one might expect from two guys making millions from an illegal business, the Portocarreros love to show off.
Like most criminals.
Yeah.
No one ever has like a respectful, like, let's put most of
This
it
is
in
a
this.
different-
Those ones don't get
level.
caught.
Yeah. So yeah, those guys
It's
don't
a
have a book about
super
it.
easy system.
So there are
Commit
criminals?
crimes, be very quiet.
Do you think there are criminals that are doing that
100%
properly?
in
Yeah,
this
definitely.
room right now. Look for the chillest person, and they are for sure murdering people for tax things.
Robert?
Jan regularly bragged about the time he broke into the home of a delinquent bettor and stole his car as payment. His brother Eric spent his free time working on his rap career.
Fuck yeah, he did. I miss the mid-2000s.
It's like
so much.
It's like comedy. You have to do it in your spare time.
Yeah.
You gotta just not tell anybody for a while. Go do your raps by yourself. Go to an open mic.
That's kind of the plot to 8 Mile.
Right?
Like,
In 2012, Eric released a music video for his signature track titled The Clam Eater.
Right?
what was it about?
And we, quite luckily, have the first few lines
What the
here
fuck?
for you today. We're going to play a little game here. I have the first 6 lines or 7 lines of this rap in order 1, 2, and 3.
What are you doing?
And Kyle and Shefsky, you're gonna play a game right now. You're gonna go first.
We're going to play a game.
We're gonna go back and forth reading these lines and attempt not to laugh. And then, yeah.
So I just read a line
Yeah,
and
read
then
a
he reads a
line.
line?
Yeah.
That's how the rap game works?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how it goes.
You guys heard their theme song. They are experts.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're actually cutting a record here.
This is so different than the other races rap game, isn't it?
All right, so Shefsky, how about we hear the first line?
Are you gonna do a beat into the thing?
I'm not
Let's
doing
for
that.
sure not.
Come on, LP.
Definitely not
do a
doing
beat.
It's fun because you do look like LP.
A listener said to do a beat. Are you gonna do?
No, our sponsor said do a beat, and I'm fucking not.
Okay.
You're just like LP. You're not for sale.
Yeah, man.
I'm a clam eater. A bottom feeder. I use my tongue more than my Peter.
I'm a clam addict. Clam addict, not clan addict. That came out of
I just can't get enough.
To be fair, that's believable too.
Yeah.
More burning crosses.
I'm a clam
more burning
addict,
crosses.
a seafood fanatic. You know, my love for shellfish is fucking Titanic. I don't know how to snap. Could somebody give me a little... Thank you.
I'm a clam diver, a red tide survivor.
Hell yeah.
That's only half of the line.
The beat is just mouth noises, by the way. Just mwah, mwah.
I'm so fucking good, I can outlick a tiger.
That's one of, and the music
Did I
video.
write this rhyme 6 years ago?
Yeah, totally.
My goodness.
In the music video, it's a bunch of women that he paid to dance around him, but then it cuts to a tiger licking his lips for some reason in that line.
Look, because
Ladies,
the
would
female
you let a
library
tiger
was
do it?
new. All right. All the ladies love me because I got skills. I can breathe underwater because I've got gills.
Is it turn on to women?
Ladies,
Did you
how
not
about
see
them
the
gills?
goddamn shape of water?
Yeah, you.
Everybody in here is fish tank wet right now.
This is how out of touch with pop culture. You did a Shape of Water. I was going to do a Waterworld reference. I was like, that's the most recent movie where people had gills.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did all right.
Thank you.
This stunt show's still alive and well, so somebody might have been at Universal the last year and a
Right?
half.
Right? That's right. See?
Been like the lines in Harry Potter are long, but the show's starting, and I want to sit down.
I'm very relevant. Now let me do this next line as Humphrey Bogart. Okay, here we go. I never come up for air once. I plant my face. Just like a scene out of Aliens, but below the waist.
What does that mean?
Just like a scene out of Alien.
Like he pops out. He pops out of stomach.
It's implying then that his tongue is a tinier him. Which if that was in the video, I'm back on board. Because if it's a video about a guy who like starts out like, I'm a white rapper who's clearly smuggling money, but also here halfway through the video, that'd be amazing. All right, I can go down on any damn hoe. Going down, I can stay under longer than Jacques Cousteau.
I like the
And that is where the sidewalk ends.
All right. And then the final line of verse number 1, the tiebreaker.
Oh, you saved it for yourself, huh?
But I never touch cocaine like Martina Hingis.
That's a lie.
Can you guys, my drug of choice is? There you go.
It's funny because the women in the room have no
Thank you.
problem shouting that out. Every dude was like,
The guys were like, I don't know what you licking pussy.
Caitlin hanging on the edge
If
of
I
your
say it
seat.
3 times, I have to do it like Beetlejuice.
Is it a punishment?
And yeah, that's the verse 1 of the Clam Eater, everybody. So you
She's a clam eater.
Oh, here she comes.
Still works. Still works. Hall & Oates always fits, everybody. Even when they don't know it.
Yeah. Are they still alive or are they torpedoing
I
in the
don't
grave?
know.
Okay.
I bet Oates is alive.
Holland worked himself to death.
Which could be a thing.
Take a break, Holland. Look at Oates. He's so regular.
Hall, you give too much.
Just coked out while Oates is like, man, I got a low
Oates
glycemic
just
index.
like
I'm doing
on
great."
a boat going like, I don't know what he's trying to prove.
I meditate.
For those of you listening at home, we will link the YouTube video on our Instagram
I'm
and
bummed we
social
can't
and
play
our...
it for these people right now.
Oh, don't worry, it's the closing song tonight.
Fuck yes!
So, yeah. There are 2 more verses, one urging guys with no game to eat more pussy, and a closing
That's also the
verse.
last chapter of the book of the game.
Michael Douglas.
And if all this stuff doesn't work, eat more pussy.
And the closing verse about how Eric taught himself the art in a mirror after a girl stopped him in the middle because he was so bad at it.
So he did it while she was like laying on the bed, like, hang on a second, I'll figure this out.
No, it's like a montage where he trained for months.
It is a montage. It has like different, he has like weights on and shit.
There's a sweatband around his tongue.
He's running in the snow, just like flicking his tongue around. Oh, I just licked my mic. Do you like it? I'm like a tiger.
Needless to say,
Needless to say,
Are these roast battle mics or the mics you guys brought? Because you for sure.
these are our mics. You're saying,
Okay.
yeah. You get the diseases from the battle. The roast battle mics. Oh, they're just so healthy. She's on a good diet. No cigarettes, pineapple juice. Everything's good. I'm on the internet. I know what people drink.
I see you read Maxim articles in the mid 2000s.
I subscribe to hardcover magazines. I know what people are into.
Needless to say, young O-Dog had found his Obi-Wan and Yoda. It didn't take long for him to open up his own online sports book, a subsidiary of Macho Sports called Bet O-Dog, with the tagline, "Where the big dogs play." He modeled nearly every part of the business after his mentors.
Even his cunnilingus.
I like to imagine it's a place where you have to wear a Big Doug shirt while you gamble. Like that's how you get into the secret underground casino
would
where
be-
every dude is
that
wearing
would-
a Big Doug shirt.
There's
A moo-moo, Kyle. A full moo-moo that you hand out at the doors. Like, you know when you
You
go
were
places
way
and you're
too
not
excited about this moo-moo.
Yeah, you can really like
All right.
Guys,
Fuck me for liking moo-moos.
This is the same point every crime episode where Shefsky gets into the crime.
That's finally like exciting now.
I've never seen an episode where you're not like, this is a great idea. I can't see in those extra pages Rich has where this goes wrong.
I do.
You're that guy midway through a movie who's like, man, they're the coolest kids in school. That genie's never gonna come back and haunt them.
I fall for most of the crimes. I get it.
he modeled nearly every part of his business after his mentors, from the prompt payouts to the offshore HQ in Peru. Still, he was an innovator.
Innovator?
An innovator. It happens.
an innovator.
It's 4,000 fucking words.
Wow, Dad, stop fighting.
More like Owen to be an innovator, a real hard worker. Get your shirt together.
He was an innovator, accepting payments of all kinds.
When are you gonna move out of this horse? You
Got
lousy.
it back. You got it back.
All right, we're all right.
Sometimes you just gotta keep doing a bit.
That's right. Thank you. I don't know if you're encouraging or being sarcastic.
It's a little bit of both.
I don't have the IQ, but thank you.
Bettors could pay by wire transfer, check, cash, gold, silver, property,
Or
even
buying his album.
That's a currency.
The Billboard Hot 100 for 1 week when a lot of debtors lost money on a surprise Super Bowl win.
or even Bitcoin.
Yeah, right?
We've brought you out here tonight to explain now.
There's
Time to start jumping
There's
up.
Bitcoin experts in the crowd here.
I have no doubt of that. We're in the belly room of the Comedy Store in Los Angeles on a Saturday night. There's at least 3 Bitcoin millionaires in this room right now.
Bitcore is actually the website we
And
use.
3 people they're having sex with who don't know that they're not millionaires.
Next week they might be. Next week they might be. That's the thing about Bitcoin.
He said he has the good Xbox. That's a rich person
You're
thing,
wasting
right?
all your money on Bortcoin.
Your murderer is angry.
We're going break now. Go on with the starry.
One loser settled his
You're doing a guard job.
You really are.
One loser settled his
murdered.
debts by giving O-Dog his catamaran.
Hell yeah. I would take payment in catamaran. If a booker's like, look, I could give you the check or a catamaran. I'm like, as long as there's a trailer hitch, I'm leaving San Diego 1 catamaran richer.
Is a catamaran the boat with 2 boats?
Yeah.
Yeah. The boat with 2 boats.
No, it's a boat where it's 2 canoes and a hammock.
Oh, yeah.
This is very inside baseball, Keith. That was a Tom Goss level explanation of what a catamaran
The
is.
Mean Boys podcast cannot escape other podcasts. Tom's here.
Oh, high and inside, but it was good. In 2010, O-Dog was arrested for possession of steroids, causing him to lose his real estate license.
Oh, fuck.
But by that point, it didn't matter because Bet O-Dog was already earning a small fortune. But of course, that wasn't enough. So he added a new product to his growing business. Drugs.
That was super dramatic the way you said that part.
Yeah, I make pauses sometimes, dude.
That's
It's how I
great.
read the fucking thing.
Guys, humor him go.
I've been doing this for like...
There we go.
We should have one of those lights out here that
You
does
know what's
that thing.
great is that you guys can edit that out so the argument's not there and they just
Yeah.
react
Do the line
appropriately.
again, Slade. Do the line again. The line's great. Just do it again.
No.
Slade, just do
No,
the
it's
line.
done. The
All right,
moment's
I'll do
coming.
the
Fine,
line.
you
I'll do the
say
line.
it.
Where is it? Where is it on this?
You don't know
goddamn
where it
page?
is. Where's your thumb, Shefsky?
I just grabbed the page.
Oh, it's
Where it is?
at the top.
Okay. didn't want to read one of your lines that you hadn't read yet. And then you'd be like, why'd you do that?
Real good momentum we had going.
When we go to this theme sauna together, and he's like, why? Why'd you do that to me?
We'll
publicly?"
never do that. That will
Where's
never
it
happen.
at?
Kiss,
It's the
kiss,
top. It's the
kiss.
number one line.
You could have done this, and then you didn't do it, and I had to do it, man.
Shefsky is pretending he can read right now.
That's right.
This is a game where he's like, oh, I forgot, I memorized the rap cards.
It's like that Beavis and Butthead episode.
Yeah, not that easy, is it, Shefsky?
Huh? If I was starting from scratch, I'd fucking have my thumb in the perfect spot, dude.
The word so. It's the
So
second
he
one.
added another product to his growing business, drugs.
All right, only 4 more takes and I think we got it.
So he added...
Shut the fuck. Using his USC football connections, O-Dog Enterprises quickly became a massive distribution outfit.
There are other drug people in the USC football world?
No way, right?
Athletes can't do drugs.
I
That's so crazy. No
don't
way. That would
believe
never
there were
happen.
any drugs while I was at USC.
Yeah,
Actually,
definitely.
can I tell a fun side story?
Yes.
Just make the show even
Yes,
longer.
do it.
Sure, why not?
I'm walking out of class when I'm going to USC. It's 4:20. I'm walking with a bunch of grad students. We're having a grand old time being a bunch of adults. When all of a sudden we hear a dubstep rumble and we look over and a 420 laser show is happening in the center quad. And all I remember is hearing my people I was with disapprove of it as I ran towards it.
O-Dog Enterprises became a massive distribution outfit, providing the wealthy with cocaine, heroin, meth,
Finally.
ecstasy, GHB steroids, and human growth hormone. He already had the infrastructure, his massive network of bookies, collectors, and enforcers. When that wasn't enough, it was easy to make deliveries using FedEx.
This all still sounds like he's just playing Grand Theft Auto, and as he gets further along in the levels
Yeah.
of crime you commit in that game, he's like, oh, I should do that in real life. He's the guy every senator is afraid of being real.
To protect his identity, he often operated under his mafioso-style pseudonym,
What's that?
Junior DeLuca.
He's up to 2 nicknames now.
O-Dog and Junior D.
Yep. O-Dog quickly took his new enterprise international. He had homes in Costa Rica, Peru, and Cabo San Lucas. But the real cash cow for his drug trade was Australia. Because it's a giant island far away from everything else, cocaine is very hard to get down under. It is also very popular because Aussies love to party their dicks off.
To be fair, if you're on an island where everything is trying to kill you at all times,
Right.
you might as well be just wasted to the gills.
It actually would help you survive.
Yeah, you need better reflexes.
When you're like coked out of your mind, a cobra that shoots like lava out
Right.
of its eyes isn't as scary.
The only people that actually will punch a shark in the face are cokeheads.
Yeah, and they win.
Right?
That's Jaws 4.
Right?
Is that Michael Caine does cocaine, punches the shark, it explodes. And then he calls like a gay slur to the shark,
Yeah.
and then credits roll.
Did he really say a gay slur to the shark?
No.
Oh, I was like, whoa!
What a cool movie that would be,
Fucking
though.
awesome and hilarious, yeah.
You're way through a real piece of shit movie,
Yeah.
then that's the end of the movie. It's just like, oh, I didn't see that coming at all.
Yeah. Bloody queer! And the shark swims away, fuck, mate!
The shark would be Australian,
Right.
because it lives there.
Right, man?
Finding Nemo was right.
Right? Oh,
Bruce.
oh, Bruce.
While a kilo would sell for around $20,000 in Los Angeles, O-Dog could sell a key in Australia for 175 grand.
That's a lot of Vegemite.
The only problem was what to do with the cash. In May of 2011, one of
Pay people to let me eat their pussies. Right?
My concept album, The Claminate.
Yeah. Yeah.
25 tracks and a double album, all about eating pussy.
Right? I finally have the budget to advertise on SoundCloud. People will hear it. It just needs people to hear it.
In May of 2011, one of O-Dog's local hustlers showed up at his apartment with a suitcase full of cash, $700,000 in Australian in 50s. With no plan in place, he went
That
home.
sounds unimpressive, right? Like, there's
Yeah.
something about it being Australian money. We're like, oh, lame. It's barely money.
Doesn't sound real. It's just
I
scorpion
think at
tails.
that point,
It's just gift cards for boomerangs.
We trade scorpion tails. It's currency. So far, the story hasn't really been discouraging.
Yeah,
for
so
Brian.
far he's just killing the
You're like,
game.
he's in great shape. He's got this great real
This
estate
ripped
business.
dude's got a bunch of cool businesses.
Yeah, it failed, and now he's making tons of money selling cocaine to Australians. Oh man,
It
where's
really
the
does
lesson?
matter where you went to college, as
Right?
it turns out.
It's true.
As somebody who also went to a Cal State, I'm like, none
Right?
fair.
yeah, the Long Beach State version ends on page 2.
Oh,
So,
yeah. It's just you get the real estate job, and then that is the end.
Totally.
You just live in a sensible house in Costa Mesa.
actually sounds amazing.
Your roommate's a cool guy who plays at like a taco shop acoustic guitar on Fridays.
Yeah. Where's the story where someone just sells weed at Mount Sac?
The Shefsky story.
Like, I got my engineering degree, I got a WRX and a decent house, and it's not so bad.
With no plan in place, he went back to LA for a few weeks, leaving the suitcase in the crawl space of his rental apartment, despite the fact that other tenants would stay there while he was gone. He returned a month later with a plan. He and a local horse trainer slash cage fighter slash nutritionist,
Who for sure is waiting in line at potluck here on Mondays.
That's an inside joke for stand-up comedians?
would open a
It did
series.
pretty well. I was happy with it.
Oh, great. I'm saying
I was like, the room is
that's for our
pretty
listeners.
dense with comics.
That's for our listeners like that are out of the,
Yeah.
the Japanese kids that are like, what's the,
They. What just happened?
Like a Japanese kid is listening, right? We have listeners.
Oh, yeah, wouldn't know
We saw,
what-
we're like,
yeah.
who are these Japanese people? It's probably the military bases, actually.
That's probably what it is.
Right?
Now I think
There's
about
no
it.
Japanese kid like, let's
Is
listen
this
to
that
Clam.
game where you guys looked at the Libsyn like locations? You saw you have one listener in Japan.
Yeah, we're like,
writing
whoa, we're in Japan!
Yeah, like.
Konnichiwa! Like every episode, we're like, gosh, we're super into sushi and like everything you guys do, like, thanks for listening. And it's just like a bro from Nebraska in Japan, like, who the fuck are they talking to?
Where have I been living?
Yeah.
That's where my VPN routes my internet to.
Oh, he's not even in Japan? Is this some guy that downloads fucking child porn?
Yeah.
God damn it! So we're not in Japan? Fuck! Slaton, get on that shit. Fuck. I said we were in Japan, dude. God damn it.
He and the trainer, fighter, nutritionist.
Oh, that's right. There's a podcast.
Do other podcast partners lie about Japan? to their
would
partners?
open up a series of weight loss clinics using a device called the Zerona laser.
Oh,
How soon before or after Pain and
Fuck
Gain
yeah.
is this story taking place?
just fat people come in and you shoot lasers at them? It sounds awesome.
Which supposedly uses cold laser technology to destroy fat cells without invasive surgery.
I'm listening.
Yeah.
It would have
Do
been
they
a
do
great
love
way to
handles?
launder the cash and maybe even become a successful standalone business.
But
But before he could invest the money, O-Dog discovered another method, one that played more to his personal style.
Because he's not really a cold laser guy. This is O-Dog we're talking about. He loves steroids, exploiting his college connections, eating clam, not cold lasers.
yeah.
Hot lasers only.
I was just,
Yeah.
I'm pretty much just comfortable with hot lasers. Like,
I like to think he was into it, and then he tried to freestyle about it, and it wouldn't work, so he blamed it on the lasers.
That seems like a code that you'd say to people that aren't in the laser industry. Like at a bar when someone tries, like a newbie comes in, you're like, yeah, we work with cold lasers. And the guy's like, oh, cool, that sounds good. You're like, cold lasers? Fucking dork. There's no fucking such thing. Fucking rookie. Cold lasers in my... Okay, go on with your story, you
Have
fucking
you noticed
asshole.
that, like, as Shefsky gets less secure about the bit, he leans further and further over the table, like a dark cloud descending on his own riff?
The thing is I've had a cold laser bit I've been working on for like 6 months, and it got lost in Fresno. I don't know.
The new plan was to launder his money through casinos. He could turn cash into chips, then take them across the ocean in an easily transportable casino check. There was only one problem. Despite his lifestyle, the Australian casinos didn't know O-Dog as a high roller. Bringing in that much cash would arouse suspicion.
But he was wearing that Ice-T high roller shirt.
Enter Robert J. Cipriani.
Thank you.
It's so ironic how the universe works sometimes.
Yeah.
I fucking love
I'm here to
high
save you
roller
with the story. That's why it's here.
All right, go on.
AKA Robin Hood 702.
That's his email address?
That's his handle. 702 being the area code of Las Vegas.
Is it still on Twitter?
Yeah, he is. Robin Hood 702. At Robin Hood 702. Go ahead and follow him.
He probably has a lot more followers than us.
I don't know if he'll be angry about this show or not, but we'll find out when it's done. Growing up rough in Philadelphia.
Everybody knows you and your friend Jeremiah Watkins had a lot of fun ripping on this show if he decides to get murdery.
With his co-host, Johnny LaQuasto. Come and get me, fuckface. God, I hope no one gets hurt because of that. We just ripped on criminals for a few years. I don't know why my legs aren't here. Half of my friends are dead.
We're watching Shefsky realize the podcast is a bad idea
This is
in real
dangerous.
time.
Hey,
Like, this is what we've been doing for 50-something episodes.
Yeah. These South American drug lords don't like my riffs. Can you pick me up? They
I
took my
thought they'd
kidneys.
find me charming.
Yeah, I'm enjoying them.
Growing up rough in Philadelphia, Robert
Say that
Robin
sentence
Hood.
again.
Growing up rough in Philadelphia,
Yeah.
Robert
Ron
Robin Hood
Burgundy, right?
702
Warming up. Growing up rough in Philadelphia.
became a high-stakes blackjack
I
player
worked for Cable Company Adelphia.
with a heart of gold.
I hate what happened to Tom Hanks in Philadelphia.
But after making it big as a pro gambler, Robin Hood decided to share his winnings with those in need. He set up a website for people to submit their stories, choosing a winner before hitting the Vegas tables with a camera crew to document the work of the man that Fox News dubbed the Sin City Savior.
So we love this guy?
Yeah, Cipriani, Robin Hood 702 is actually pretty cool.
Yeah, this is a
You're gonna
likable
find
character.
out. Yeah, we're gonna find out he's likable. This guy's
Don't
nice.
you love a likable criminal? You're like, this guy's fucking great.
So far, not a criminal at all. So far,
Did we
he's been
start a
arrested before.
different episode and I like blacked out?
Kind of, yeah. We've introduced a new character. You good?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Robin Hood, okay, did that in June of 2011.
You want to go over the characters? Maybe start from the beginning of the story just to catch people up that weren't concentrating?
Previously on Crime!
Yeah.
O-Dog is a douche.
O-Dog. We got a bro guy born in Costa Mesa, Mexico. He's made a lot of money in real estate.
Yeah.
He's come up to, he's gone through steroids. He went to college.
Uh-huh.
And then he started gambling in Australia. He punched a shark. And then he
How
met
many pages you have
he
left,
met
Rich?
Robin
You know what? I really bet, though, this is what he
Am
thinks
I right,
happened.
though?
That's the
I'm
fun
right,
part
though.
about this.
Shefsky, you're 100% right.
Yeah, you nailed it, dude.
Anything else that I missed?
No, not at all. I mean, all 2,000 so
Like-
far words you nailed.
It's hard if you're like speaking Japanese and you're trying to listen to an English podcast.
God,
You're
you
like,
work
what are they
so
saying?
hard on this, Rich, and it just falls apart.
No, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah,
You
well,
built a podcast that's like a
Go.
mini version of your life.
It's a very. You're gonna make him work harder or quit harder.
Yeah, that one was deep. All right, good.
When your son grows up to look like Shefsky and this is a weird 12 Monkeys situation.
Nothing wrong with that. I'm doing okay. Got a full tank of gas, a blue shirt. I mean, I can't complain.
Did you leave the
hope your son
stage,
grows
get
up.
drunk, and then come back?
All right, I'm bummed again. You're right.
You really gotta power through this, Rich.
In June 2011, Robin Hood went to Australia planning to do his act. But before he left, a friend told him about a fan, a young, wealthy American who did regular business in Australia named Junior DeLuca. She asked if it was okay to arrange a meeting, and he said yes. When he arrived at the Four Seasons in Sydney, Junior was waiting at the hotel bar. The men chatted briefly over coffee before Junior wanted to stake Robert at the tables. He invited Robin Hood back to his apartment to go over the details.
And fuck.
Probably. He's so coked out, he's like, whatever, you're a hole. Let's do this.
You're a hole.
Remember, when we're in Australia, we could die at any moment, so let's just do this.
You ever had cunnilingus on your butt?
Because, spoiler alert, I am good at it.
That's right. Actually, the way I learned is a lot of people do the alphabet, but
And let me sing you a little song.
If you think that video
I'm a
didn't...
clan addict. I mean clam.
If you think that video didn't mention the alphabet technique, you are very wrong.
My God. I'm gonna be honest, I was actually curious.
There he showed Robert to a bedroom with an open suitcase containing $1 million.
nice.
When Robert pointed out the insanity of giving someone you just met $1 million in cash, Junior opened up a cabinet to reveal stacks of 50s, pulled out another $500,000, and threw it in the case.
What's he trying to get him to do?
Well,
Launder the money.
yeah. So
So like showing him the money to be like, look at all this cash. Like, you can have some of this if you help me launder it.
no, okay.
Like, how do you... What?
So
Why are
the-
you mad at me? We have a very substitute teacher.
Yeah.
Genius-student
as always,
relationship.
okay. So the plan is to go like he can't go to be he can't be to be a high roller at a casino. He wants to take the money to a casino,
Yeah.
play with it for like a minute, cash the chips out, get a check for that money, so he can take the check from the casino overseas rather than taking the cash back to America.
Yeah, I knew that.
Yeah, you totally did. I get that.
Okay.
Okay. But he can't do it because he isn't a high roller in Australia.
Parts of the room are annoyed by this. Some people in the room are genuinely thankful, but pretending like, can you believe we're wasting our time on this? I also was not lost.
They look around. They're like, you guys are fucking
I
idiots.
definitely don't admire Shefsky for being brave enough to ask for
That's
a
right.
recap of a thing he's been here the whole
That's
time.
right. I'm the Bernie Sanders of crime podcasts. That's right. I got you guys. I'll throw myself under it if I need to.
Robert, being a famous gambler, assumed he had simply landed upon a whale, a wealthy backer, and hit the tables. He
Oh, that
played
was
it
an
smart.
acronym for a second. When you said wealthy, I was like, whale, W, wealthy, H.
Hanson.
Like, I thought it'd be a new term that we'd all learn from the gambling world. Whales, you know?
Yeah.
Wealthy dudes. And lots of everything, including money. A whale. Right? In pool they have sharks. Why would they have whales in gambling? Thanks for kind of laughing at my fucking rock solid logic.
Oh shit. He played it smart, making almost $300,000 in just
No
a
one's
few
gonna
days.
know what all the silence was on the audio version.
Well, we have Final Cut Pro. We have the clapper and the laughter button. We just put it in there.
He cashed out
That's been killed, guys. Japanese people.
I'm sorry,
killing
Rich.
over
I don't
here.
know what I inspired him to keep going.
I'm done.
Robert cashed out a casino check for $1.7 million and called his financier.
On the memo for the check, it said tight. You can put anything you want there, including tight.
The first time I bought weed, I didn't have any cash. So I looked to my buddy George and I was like, hey man, can I write you a check? And he looked at me, he was like, from you, yeah.
That's how comfortable he is with your Judaism.
Yeah, I have good credit. That's what that story's all about. I think I still have like the check carbon somewhere.
He's like, I don't like that you're buying weed at a some sort of homes and savings bank, but this credit union is very libertarian. Ooh.
But Junior/O-Dog told him that he was traveling and to just hang on to the money until they met in LA. Which is a horrible thing to tell a gambler.
Right?
As soon as he landed in the States, Robert flew to Vegas to see if his luck would continue. It did not. Within a few days, he was down to only $200,000, and that's when Junior/O-Dog called wanting his money.
Oh, man.
I always like in a story where like a cripplingly low amount of money is more than the three of us have combined.
Oh, yeah.
Robert explained by saying, well, no, he wanted a $1.7 million.
Yeah,
No, but when you said the 200,000, what was that?
200,000, I was like,
Damn!
he's still fine.
Yeah, like 200,000.
Oh, you just named an amount of money that would solve literally all my problems.
Yeah, dude.
Literally, there is nothing in my life that couldn't be solved by $200,000.
Right? You just get a gift certificate to Sugarfish. Be like, just take the whole thing. I'll come back anytime I want. Get
You're
whatever
gonna
the
be
fuck
you
I want.
forever. This is never gonna
Here's
change.
200 grand. Huh? I'm getting my Honda Accord. But then I'm
Robert
going to Sugarfish.
explained the missing $1.5 million by saying, dude, I told you you shouldn't have let me keep it.
And he said, you're right, I'm sorry.
Kinda, yeah. O-Dog was super cool about it, saying it was fine and he knew the gambler would get it back.
O-Dog, come on, man.
It's me, Robin Hood. Remember from Shefsky's Riff?
Oh my God, it's like that movie with Will Ferrell. Oh, that's what's really happening? We're the figment?
Robin got the money back. A few days later, he had $1 million. This time, he paid it back immediately with a duffel bag full of cash.
Yeah.
Within a week or two, he only owed O-Dog $100,000. He flew back to Sydney for another Robin Hood expedition. He had barely checked into his hotel room before there was a knock at the door. It was Junior/O-Dog holding 2 suitcases filled with $2.5 million. He offered
Second time's the charm.
He offered to clear the remaining debt. All Robert had to do was gamble with the money and return
And eat
it as
his
a
ass
check.
like a pussy. Right? He's like, I heard your raps and I got an idea. We've got interesting ways of paying off debts.
But it's Australia, so you eat the
Right?
butt instead of the vagina, because
Right?
the Coriolis effect.
Right? That's right. Toilets aren't the only thing that go opposite here.
We do our Z to A's.
What did you say about my Zeta? Very Jewish riff. I'm so sorry.
O-Dog told Robert he could even lose up to $600,000 if he felt like it.
Why not just for funsies?
Yeah. There's a plus or minus here. You can have a cushion.
And now Robert immediately realized that this was money laundering. He said he couldn't do it. That's when O-Dog's friendly demeanor suddenly changed.
To Bro Dog. Like Hulk, his affliction shirt ripped. And he's like,
Into a tighter affliction shirt underneath.
yeah. No, it's an affliction. It's solid tattooed on it.
He leaned in close and said, quote,
You wouldn't like me when you want to tap out.
And then he pulled out a tap out shirt.
quote, you have a beautiful wife. You're gonna do this. You understand?
All right,
yeah, 'cause my wife is beautiful. She inspires me every day when I wake up. Look at that beautiful woman and think every day's a gift.
She's also very
Finding all the presents.
intelligent. She's very intelligent, very strong. She handles the finances.
No, I mean I'm gonna cripple her, dog.
Robert understood, so he did the only thing that made sense. He went to the floor and gambled recklessly, betting the $20,000 maximum on every single hand. Within a few days, he lost it all.
Yeah.
This time,
Everyone's so sad. Listen to him.
O-Dog was somewhat less understanding. He demanded that Robert meet him in room 3026 of the Hilton Hotel. Instead, Robert took a cab to the airport and called hotel security to report there was a man with a gun in room 3026.
Oh, what a fucking jerk.
You know, snitches get stitches.
Right? I do. Yeah.
Police went to the room. There was no gun, just a cage fighter / horse trainer / nutritionist
Good sense, bro dog.
with
Good
a
sense.
suitcase containing $702,000.
That's still pretty nice, right?
He explained that the giant pile of cash was an investment in his weight loss laser business. Shockingly, the cops were not convinced.
There's no such thing as cold lasers.
Everyone knows that.
Yeah, I'm a cop now. I used to be a laser scientist. And once I went to a bar and told some kids who were rookies about a cold laser, it's that guy from the story
What
before.
the fuck? Oh my gosh. It's like one of us, Paul
I did a callback
Giamatti.
on a different person's riff.
So good. So good. This is directed by Charlie Kaufman. Where are we? Ah!
The cops confiscated the cash. Not only was O-Dog now out over $3 million because of Robin Hood, but Aussie authorities were now looking into Owen Hanson. So O-Dog...
Literally.
Yeah, literally.
They had him on a table.
Okay, I see what you're doing now. Pop his butt.
What's
Okay,
fun,
okay, good.
Rich,
Good,
is
good.
how mad you look in a purple blazer. Like
Really
it's
brings
fun
out the red in my
because
face.
like you're upset, but also like you're wearing something humiliating.
I think he doesn't like purple either. He just wears it to spite me. That's the secret.
So O-Dog went back to LA and continued business as usual, taking bets, selling drugs, and threatening anyone who got in his way.
Get
Thank you for
back.
drinking my water once again. I really appreciate it.
What?
It's fine. He stayed on Robert about...
I gotta stay hydrated, man. I went on a bike ride yesterday. I'm freaking.
It's like he's my
Thank you so
girlfriend, but we
much.
don't fuck. Because he eats my food and he drinks my water.
What
and he
food do I eat?
What are you talking about?
You always get
Guys,
paid.
this is literally
You put your hands and mouth on everything that I'm going to put my hands and mouth in.
We still have 45 pages
We're
left.
almost done. We're
Oh, do you do like a bibliography
we're
at the
on
end?
the bottom side of this fucking thing.
Whoa, you made him go into his UFC announcer voice. Fuck!
I missed that voice. You should announce more.
He's a mad Slady. Angry Slady.
He stayed on Robert about the
Hades
money.
lady would have been the best way to go.
You say Hades Slady?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a benefit show we gotta do.
He started with threatening phone calls, demanding the cash. When that didn't work, he sent his #1 enforcer to sit outside Robert's home.
And say, come on.
A man known as Animal. Next came a photograph from a cemetery in Philadelphia showing the tombstones of Robert's parents splattered with red paint.
What?
With a poorly photoshopped image of O-Dog standing by the graves, holding a shovel, wearing a luchador mask.
So it looks like the worst fatality from early Mortal Kombat you can imagine.
Gravality.
I don't think we've ever had a photoshopped threat in this whole
This is the first
series.
one.
That's fucking awesome.
In January of 2013, O-Dog sent his clearest threat yet, a DVD with footage of 2 men being beheaded with a machete and a chainsaw,
From
along
Al
with a
Jazeera.
note, quote, "If you don't pay us our money, this will happen to you." That's when Robert finally decided to go to the feds.
And go, hey, I've got this snuff film. This should be enough. I don't even have to tell you about the money stuff.
Also, I have these Tracy Lords videos you might want to see.
Also, look at this weird Photoshop.
As it turns out, Owen was already on their radar. 2 years prior, the FBI began an in-depth investigation into macho sports, including wiretaps and undercover agents. O-Dog got a tip about the investigation and quickly divested O-Dog from Macho. When the Porto Carrero brothers got arrested with 19 of their employees, O-Dog walked away unscathed. What he didn't realize was that the end of the investigation into Macho was the beginning of the investigation into Owen Hanson. While the FBI built their case, O-Dog went about life as usual. Things even seemed to be getting better. With Macho out of the business, the clients all turned to bet O-Dog.
God, his life is great.
In fact, he was working on becoming Owen Hanson. He had his tattoos removed and began wearing Armani suits.
Before he turned into Owen Benjamin.
I can't wait till we get to do that story. That'll be a fun one.
Benjamin story?
Yeah.
The tweet that
If you
led...
think that story's not going to eventually happen, you are wrong.
The tweet that led to a murder? Okay, good one.
Ooh, that got dark.
Hide outside, but good. He opened up more legitimate enterprises, including Vaporberry, a vape business.
Hell yes.
This guy is like, this is the cliche
This
bro.
is like, I want this to end like Goodfellas, where like, I used to be a high roller, and now I'm just a simple vape salesman.
He got back into real estate, partnering with a family friend to open 310 developments.
God, it is so true that you live Orange County, you die Orange County.
Their debut project for 310 Developments was building a completely new house on the site of O-Dog's childhood home in Redondo Beach. The home and Owen were featured in a profile from South Bay magazine titled "Single in Redondo." He told the magazine, quote, "I go to Vegas a few times each month, and I want my house to feel like some of my favorite hotels."
Oh yeah, that sounds like a non-tacky way to decorate your house.
The home
Vegas? I want basically, well, let's hire the Cheesecake Factory guy.
I like my kitchen to have a giant menu.
That's right. A lot of pillars, you know?
The house had a tequila room, an infinity pool, and a man cave with comfy manicure chairs.
Well, that's just things we all want.
Yeah, I was
now.
gonna say, it sounds like a great place
Reupholstered to make them less girly.
Did he say it like that?
Yeah.
You reupholster these to make them less great?
Make them as like bitches, yeah. The walls were covered with paintings and photographs of iconic Vegas performers. But the piece
Like
de
Lance
resistance...
Burton.
Did he have a tiger? He talks about tigers in his rap.
No,
Did he have a tiger?
he has a better feature than any sort of tiger.
What's that? A
On the wall of
jacuzzi?
his office,
A foam roller?
silver-plated AK-47
Did it work?
stamped with the logo of Louis Vuitton.
Yeah! Look at my shit! Chrome-plated AK. No one saw Spring Breakers but me.
I did. Did James Franco? The cocksucker
Yeah,
scene?
that's
My
the
God.
thing he'd say in that scene.
He is skilled.
Nobody else does that in their car when they're stuck in traffic.
The
Oh,
art,
shit.
I gotta get a
Bring this
Camaro.
in front of me.
I want a Camaro now. That's great. You did a great advertisement right now.
the article was a great personal ad for Owen because it wasn't long before he was married. Over the next year and a half, Owen continued to build and protect his business.
Was his wife named Bree?
It was like Christie or an
Okay.
I or something.
Close enough.
There was definitely an I at the end of it, though. Yeah. Over the next year and a half, Owen continued to build and protect his business. He wired money to offshore accounts. He fostered relationships with more stars and athletes.
Like who?
Jeremy Shockey was one of his best friends.
All right, there we go.
Who was shocked when he found out about the story.
Whoa.
Said, I'm Shockey. You can
We'll
quote
be
me on
here.
it.
We'll be here all week trying to get that one to work. Who's Jeremy Shockey?
Okay. Along with Animal,
I'm just saying. I know Jeremy Piven.
Yeah, I knew in my head you were thinking of Jeremy Piven the whole time you were talking about Jeremy
Who's
Shockey.
Jeremy Shockey? Just tell me the show.
he's a football player.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's not important.
Along with Animal,
Football player.
he added more nickname thugs like Tank and Jazzy.
Tank.
Jazzy is a transforming car, by the way.
That's like
he is part of the entourage.
That's the white gang's version of Tiny.
Yeah, you're
Like,
right.
The guy
it
named
is.
Jazzy, you're like, oh, fuck, Jazzy.
He even made arrangements to get a Mexican citizenship and a passport under a fake name.
What
He
was the
began-
name?
I don't know.
That's pretty important.
It didn't come up in any of the research I found.
You didn't keep researching until you found it?
I did a lot of research for this, and we're so close to the end.
I'm just teasing you. That's great work. Great work, Slaton, guys. Was that great work for Slaton?
Good job.
Kick an ass.
We got a page and a half.
I need you
left.
to
We're almost
understand,
there.
Lashevsky, you just wasted the
this
one applause
man-
we had on this show.
This man.
You pulled that ripcord like a guy who can't wait for New Year's, so you shoot all the shooters before.
I was gonna say we're still in the plane, and I was like, all right, go!
He began
We're
to work.
safe. We're safe.
He be,
Sorry, Slaton. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna kiss you after
he,
this.
be,
You know that.
he began to work with Al Wilson,
Right on that
a
mole.
major player who would help him expand even more. Wilson was truly big time,
Al
a member
Jolson.
in all the clubs who owned an expensive cigarette boat and tipped 50% on $1,000 dinners.
Fuck yeah. That's my
This
kind of guy.
could change everything, and it did.
Ooh.
Early in the morning on September 9th, 2015, Owen Hanson pulled his Porsche out of his Beverly Hills driveway. I was calling back to Jeremiah's bit from an hour ago.
Yeah.
All right. Hopped on the 405 and sped south 100 miles per hour because he was late for a 7:20 a.m. tea time in Carlsbad, just near San Diego, with Al Wilson. He pulled into the country club lot.
It'd be funny if he was waiting late for a tea time with Al Jolson. Just going to the golf course looking for the guy in blackface. Oh, Al! Sweet! And then just hightailing it. Al Jolson, the blackface guy from the old days. Okay. I'll see you guys back at my childhood.
Owen pulled into the country club lot.
Wait, back the fuck
Your
up.
childhood,
Yeah. Are you 150 years old?
No, but people...
Were you one of the little rascals in a past life?
Yeah, in the past 30 years, content has gone through the roof.
Were
right?
all your superheroes
So now,
gollywogs?
You could know everything about history like 30 years ago, right? And
Sure.
now the internet's so huge you can't keep up. It's so crazy.
And Al Jolson is still your favorite performer.
No! Don't try to paint me
Shefsky,
that
are
way.
you actively on cocaine? Because we were
My
like...
mom accused him of that last
You made a
live
very
show.
old-timey reference, and your explanation was, fucking knowledge is everywhere, man. With computers, they're like in your head. Like, that is what just happened. And the audience uncomfortable was like, I don't think he's okay. I think we're watching The Last Crime.
The last. You guys don't eat mushrooms before these shows?
Owen pulled into the country club lot a little early. No one was even there yet. He went to grab some Mickey D's, and Wilson called, wondering where his
it's
golf partner
McDonald's
was.
breakfast.
Always
You gotta
weird.
go.
When
Yeah.
rich people eat Mickey D's, like when you see a BMW 740 and you're like, what are you doing? You could be eating
it's
something
because
good.
the McGriddle is delicious.
I imagine that they buy the food and just drop it and then drive away just to show someone they can.
Just give the cash to the window and be like, peace.
Yeah. No,
God,
you
it's gotta be
you
hard.
take the food, but then you drive over it.
It's gotta be hard to be rich and not just do shit like that all the time. And just know you can get away with it and people will smile at you.
No. If you and I ever had money, we would have so much fun, and Shefsky would be like, "Who are these people?"
It's when we show up
you're
wearing.
so cool.
It's when we show up wearing capes that he gets real worried. I go Phil Spector immediately.
I'd have so much more fun than you guys with money.
Owen
Spend all your
Hanson's
money on
out at
pay-per-view. I'd have like electric scooters and shit. Fuck off. I know how to spend. I'd have some fucking fun. This guy. I'd buy more purple shirts. If I was rich.
He went to grab some Mickey D's.
I know. I'm like, wow, I got like super bitter. Everyone's like,
And
Jesus
Wilson
Christ.
called, wondering where his golf partner was. Owen rushed back to the club to find the parking lot still mostly empty. He got out, handed an attendant his golf bag, and that's when he saw the helicopter. Dozens of federal agents poured out of their hiding places, guns drawn.
Lame.
It's very GTA now, right? 5
Yeah.
stars. Oh, shit.
Oh no, I went 5 stars.
Yeah, 5.
They told me to never go 5 stars.
Right? You can't get your car repainted now, buddy.
Owen went quietly. He'd paid attention to the Macho Sports case. His mentors had been sentenced to only 1 to 2 years. Not too bad when you factor in good behavior and offshore accounts.
And how swole I'll get in prison. Like Ed Greer's uncle from 2.5 hours ago.
It wasn't until Owen sat in the interrogation room and one of the officers spoke with an Aussie accent that he realized he was totally fucked.
Oh, like as an international thing? Like they brought people over from another country to do this?
As it turns out, Al Wilson was an undercover agent. He had more than enough to charge Owen and the entire O-Dog team many times over.
God, can you imagine the shame of being part of the O-Dog team getting taken down? Not Jazzy.
Hey, can we use those fat lasers to remove these tattoos?
Look, do what you want to me, but you gotta leave Jazzy out of this.
Owen, along with 22 members of his team, was indicted on charges of racketeering, running an illegal gambling business, money laundering, and conspiracy to distribute narcotics. On January 10th,
Nar with a G.
Owen Wilson was pled guilty to racketeering and distribution.
Narcotics,
bro.
It was fun to watch that spread as people spelled it out in their minds.
On January 10th, Owen Hanson pled guilty to racketeering and distribution, receiving a sentence of 21 years in federal prison.
Oh, he got like 20 more than those other guys.
Epilogue. O-Dog might have started his business too early because in May of this very year, the U.S. Supreme Court struck down the federal ban on sports gambling.
Fuck yeah, Trump!
OwenSells.com is still active
Drain the swamp and now we can gamble again.
as the
Thank
website
you.
of Owen McCarthy, a Canadian former professional golfer turned
Canadians.
realtor.
Fuck yeah.
Inside, O-Dog still loves to work out. He made friends with an experienced face-tattooed inmate named Stomper, who showed him how to use
You
bags
shake
of
that
water.
man's hand and go, yeah, I pretty much predicted that was your name.
Stomper showed him how to use bags of water as free weights. To this day, he remains a proud Trojan, signing his emails from prison, "Fight on," Regards, Owen Hanson, number 80 USC football, number 13 USC volleyball, number 5825-298 Federal Penitentiary. And that's the story of Owen O-Dog Hanson.
The story of a man who started awesome and ended up still pretty cool.
Today's sources include Vice Sports, Rolling Stone Magazine, CollegeConfidential.com, CNN, the LA Times, FBI.gov, and of course, the evil robots at Wikipedia. Guys, that's the show. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you, everybody.
For you. Enjoy your posters.
Woo! Give it up for Caitlin!
Give it up for Caitlin and creator Jeremiah Watkins.
Clap it up!
Our guest, Kyle Clark. Bye, robot. Thank you. Good night.
Yeah.
So much! You guys are awesome. Thank you
Wait,
guys
do
so
we play
much.
the clam song now? Play the clam eater!
Play it.
Oh, here we go.
Don't
Love
be-
that shit. Please don't ever do that arm motion again.
Yeah, it's a Ryan Harris production.
Yeah.
You know how it's going down.
Yeah,
Got
dance.
with the clam, there could never been one sicker. This is how we gonna do it. I'm a clam eater, a bottom feeder. I use my tongue more than my Peter. I'm a clam addict, a seafood fanatic. You know my love for shellfish is fucking Titanic. I'm a clam diver, a red tide survivor.
Thank you, everyone. Loved ones.
Look at Tiger. Call me the clam hunter, the god of thunder. May heaven help you once I'm down under. All the ladies love me cause I've got skills. I can breathe underwater cause I've got gills. I never come up for air. Once I pop my face, just like a scene out of Aliens. But below the waist can go down on any damn hoe. Going down and stay down under longer than Jacques Cousteau. But I never touch cocaine like Martina Hingis. My drug of choice is cunnilingus. Going down to the raw bar. No left to go far. Just gonna drop down. Head south, stick my tongue out. Play my mouth. Every guy wants to be like me, pulling all the ladies from the VIP. I tell them you don't need money, and you don't need fame. But if you don't need pussy, then you got no game. Cause the girls don't care about the things you got. The Lamborghini or the mega yacht. Doesn't matter if you take them around the world. Cause there's really only one way to impress a girl. I'd rather be a clam eater than a billionaire. Cause nothing else matters if you're lost down there. All the money in the world and you're shit out of luck. Because if you don't eat, then she won't fuck. So no more U-turns, fly-bys, or near misses. Directly on the lips is where you plant your kisses. The gift of eating is heaven sent. It ain't foreplay, it's the main event. I'm going down to the raw bar. No left to go far. Just gonna drop down. Head south, stick my tongue out. Play my mouth. First time I ever tried clam lapping. The girl that I was eating, she started shoulder tapping. There was no fucking way I was getting laid. Cause the tap is the oral sex equivalent of a failing grade. Came back strong after that disaster. I learned the figure eight and I moved my tongue faster. I studied the clam and the language of pleasure. And that's why today I'm a national treasure. I'm going down